It's another edition of the Brett Allan Show, a pop culture podcast. And today we are talking Upload on Amazon Prime, dropping next month very soon. When you hear this, it will already have dropped. So this might sound weird, but we're talking with Andy Allo, star of this fantastic show. Andy, thanks for your time today. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me, Brett. I'm so excited.
Yes, well, you have to know that here at the show, we've been trying to get you on for a while. So the opportunity presented itself, and I was like, hell yeah. So let's talk about Upload Season 2. The fans are stoked about this. This has been a long time coming. What can people expect for Season 2 of what you can share? Because it's been over a year, if not longer, since the last season. So,
yeah, I think going on 2 years.
Yes.
About 2 years. Yeah. We're as anxious as you are for you to see it. And we shot Season 2 last year. And this season picks up right where Season 1 left off, where, Nora had an attempt on her life and she had to escape to the Ludds. So we pick up right when she arrives to the Ludd camp with her dad, which totally shapes a lot of the decisions she makes throughout the season. And she ends up finding someone new. And, because end of Season 1, she tells Nathan that she loves him and he totally ghosts her, which is not cool, even though, yeah, he ran out of data, blah, blah, blah. But, I think Season 2 is such a wild ride. And I don't think fans are going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the characters that you play, that seems to kind of be the cat and mouse type of thing. So it's exciting. This is a lot of fun. It has to just feel really amazing to finally have this done and to just have this coming out very soon, because I know oftentimes projects can take a while, but then this makes things a little bit unique. The situation we've been dealing with everywhere, but you're feeling amazing. Yeah. It seems like ready for people to watch this.
Absolutely. And it was so great, being able to work in this time of COVID. And, it took us the same amount of time to film 7 episodes as it did 10, which was Season 1.
Wow.
And it was just, Amazon really took great care of us, making sure we had all the protocols, all the testing, and that we were all safe, which was great. So it was awesome to be able to just get back to work. And when we did, it felt so great. It was like, yes, we're back, finally.
I know. Now, did you get all of this knocked out at once, or did you have to do part of it, take a break and come back like a lot of productions did?
No, we did it all at once. We were filming in Vancouver, Canada. And at the time, this was, pre-vaccines, pre a lot of things. So
sure.
We really had to just hang tight, hunker down, and be in a bit of a bubble for those 4 months, which was kind of cool. We all got to just be together on set and spend that time together.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it, especially when I hear these stories where people are going to film, like in Vancouver. It seems like has been the case recently for a lot of our conversations, where you're just in a bubble with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And you're all hanging out together. So that's fantastic. One last question here as we wrap. You've been in a lot of projects, involved with a lot of different things, just some amazing work. But a question I like to ask, and I think our listeners would really enjoy, what was it that inspired you to become a storyteller, Andy? What was it that made you go, I want to pursue acting as a career? Because it's so different than I think what most people are used to, us civilians who might work regular jobs.
I mean, I'm very lucky to be able to do my passion as a job and something I love, which, started out very much as a hobby and something that as a kid I would be putting on performances and telling stories by myself. Whether I had an audience or not, I was just running around telling the stories and having full-on soap operas. So I think as a kid, I always knew this is what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how. And when I moved to the States from Cameroon, when I came here, that's when it really hit me. I was like, okay, this is the land of opportunity. If there's anywhere you can make it, it's here.
Yeah.
And, just again, putting my, what is that saying? Nose to the grindstone.
Yes, something like that. It's all
Something
hustle,
like that.
yeah.
And just knowing, all right, I know this is what I'm meant to do. I love telling stories. And as a kid, my mom would read books to me and tell me these incredible stories. And that was my childhood, and it really impacted me. So being a part of that, and if I can impact someone through the stories I get to tell, that's such a dream.
Okay. Looks like we do have a little bit more time. It's hard to tell for these things.
Cool.
So your team is like, hey, you can ask a couple more questions. So
Sweet.
It's safe to say that was family supportive of your decision to sort of leave everything that you knew and they knew and kind of going into this wild west of entertainment?
Not initially.
Okay.
And there was that feeling of like, okay, can you actually support yourself and take care of yourself?
Can you pay your own bills? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that was a big concern. And I know they were coming from a good place and just caring about me. So once they saw, oh, okay, you're working and you're not gonna be, this homeless, starving artist.
Can you send me some money for rent, that kind of thing?
Yep. Yeah. And I definitely still had moments of that for sure.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I literally just paid my mom back a loan she gave me like years ago.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
To pay for an apartment. And she and my dad definitely came around. And I think their biggest thing was, okay, can you make a living? Can you take care of yourself for the most part? And them understanding the industry, because they're not from this, this world, the entertainment world. So me kind of walking them through it a bit and just holding their hand, it all worked out.
Yeah, well, it's clearly paid off quite well for you.
Yeah.
I imagine when they see you now on television, say Upload or Chicago Fire, any of these shows that you've been a part of, do they watch you and do they have notes for you to say, hey, why did you do this? Or you did a really good job that was believable? That's always a fun question to ask, because I know a lot of actors have family that watch and they always have something to say somewhere along the line. Because we've had some of your Fire castmates on and they all kind of say, oh, yeah, they watch and they're like, okay, this is different, but sure, you're doing a great job, honey. Keep it up.
Yeah. Oh, my parents totally buy into it, and they more so buy into the character, and they're just mad. They're like, wait, why isn't Nora and Nathan? Why are they together? Wait, hold on. What was that cliffhanger? That was not cool. Or they'll be like, what's going on with Seeger and Severide? Like,
yeah.
So they're such like fans, and they're just like, yeah, they're just really excited for me and along for the ride, even if they don't get it at all, what's going on. They love watching the stuff I do, and it's really cool how much they get into it.
That's awesome. Well, we here at the show love everything that you're a part of, and everything Upload, Chicago Fire, all the other amazing projects that you've been a part of. I'm excited to see this. I know the rest of the Upload fans are. We've been waiting for a while. We've got some of your other castmates coming on later down the road. Sweet. Thank you so much, Andy, for your time. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Brett.